Hi and welcome to Kielce, Poland for the International Defense Exhibition MSPO 2023. Army Recognition is the official online show daily news and web TVs for this edition. During 3 days, follow us to see the latest news and the video coverage about MSPO. At every year at MSPO there is one lead nation. And this year there is a huge pavilions presenting the latest innovation and technology of the South Korean defense industry. We are now on the booth of Hyundai Rotem, the producer of the South Korean K2 main battle tank, one of the most modern main battle tanks in the world. And today we can say that the K2 is now in service with the Polish Armed Forces. And behind me you can see the version who will be in service with the Polish Armed Forces. At the booth of Hyundai Rotem you can see different versions of vehicles based on the K2 chassis, including an engineering vehicle, and launching bridge vehicles and also an armored recovery vehicles. The South Korean Defense Pavilion at MSPO 2023 also includes the Anwar Defense Company, a producer of different types of combat equipments, including unmanned vehicles and also wheel armored vehicles. Another company at the South Korean Defense Industry Pavilion is Korean Aerospace Industry, a producer of combat equipment for air forces. MSPO Defense Exhibition in Poland is always an opportunity for the Polish Armed Forces to present the new vehicles and combat vehicles in service now with the Polish Armed Forces. Behind me you can see the new main battle tanks which are now in service with the Polish Armed Forces. The K2 from South Korea, the M1A1 from US and the Leopard 2A6PL, which is an upgraded version of the German Leopard 2A6. Behind me you can see the two new MLS multiple launch rocket systems which are now in service with the Polish Armed Forces. You can see the HIMARS, but based on the Jelcz truck chassis, Polish-made truck vehicles, and the Chunmoo, also based on the Polish truck vehicles, but coming from South Korea. There is a large presence of the United States Army, who present different types of combat equipment, including the M1A1 main battle tank, the HIMARS multiple rocket launcher system, and for the first time the new Stryker M-SHORAD, a new air defense system, is now in service with the US Army.
Hello, I'm Captain Vasca. I'm the OIC for the United States Army portion of the Kielce 2023 MSPO trade show. We are here to demonstrate some of the U.S. Army's capabilities to our allies and partners in the hopes that they would consider using our equipment to fill those capabilities.
This is the M88A2, nicknamed the Hercules. It is a heavy track recovery vehicle. It's capable of lifting heavy assets. It can also tow vehicles such as the M1A2 Abrams and anything heavier of that similar weight, like really rough terrain, and be able to pull these vehicles out whenever they go down. It can recover the main battle tank as well as many other vehicles of similar weight. So the main features would be the boom, which is above me. It can lift up to 70,000 pounds. It has the main winch on the front of it, which can pull 140,000 pounds, and it has the capabilities to pull vehicles behind it. It's a three-man crew. It would be the driver, track commander, and a mechanic.
So the main features of this vehicle is that it has an HMS compared to the Humvees that we used to use. The HMS can raise it up about 6 inches from how low it can get. It really helps us in the rough and rugged terrain that Europe has to offer. Other than that, we have a CTS also, which is the central tire inflation system. And what it will do is if a tire will have a hole in it, it'll reinflate the tire and seal that hole. So it's technically like a impenetrable tire. The main mission of this vehicle is to apply for gun trucks, or at the same time also used as a logistical reason to resupply us with MREs, water, fuel. But if you wanted to, you can mount a 50 cal, 240, 249, Mark 19, anything really to the top of this truck and use it as a gun truck for support by fires and assisting line units to complete the mission.
So M-SHORAD is an acronym. It stands for Maneuver Short Range Air Defense. And so it's the U.S. Army's newest short range air defense platform with the Stryker. So we have the Stinger missiles, we have a 30mm cannon, and then a 240 machine gun. Yes, it can engage unmanned aerial systems, and so it's helping to deter against those. So it can engage fixed wing, rotary wing, or UAS. So just air defense, short range air defense coverage is the main mission with maneuvering forces. I actually have my crew right here with me. So this is Corporal Henderson, my vehicle commander, and he can explain his role.
Yes, my role would be I would have the capabilities of telling my gunner when to engage something. I also have the very important job of trying to distinguish between friendly and foe. And that's when I would go ahead and give my gunner the go to go ahead and fire.
Especially Seattle driver. My main purpose is to drive the vehicle and get in the most optimal position to engage targets with his disclosure, sir. Maximum speed is 60 miles per hour, but we usually cruise around 30 miles per hour, 30 or 40.
Hi, I'm a PFC Crippen. I'm the gunner for this truck. So my job is just to engage any targets that my BC tells me to. Also just help load all of our weapons up and reload all the ammo in it. Our main element is the Stinger missile. Yes, so we do have radar capabilities.
My name is Staff Sergeant Derek Shadley with Alpha Battery 327 Field Artillery Regiment. And the HIMARS is Long Range Precision Artillery System. Combat capabilities is we have the ability to fire artillery pieces from 8 kilometers up to 300. We have 8 different types of munitions. The crew here, so I have Staff Sergeant Pope here, he's one of my section chiefs. Sergeant Baranowski here, he is one of my HIMARS gunners. And then Staff Sergeant McRae, he's also a section chief. And there's also a driver in there as well.
My name is Sergeant First Class Holmes. I'm with 135 AR Armor Regiment. I am the tank commander of the tank. Here I have Sergeant Robinson, my gunner, and this is Specialist Gary, my driver. One of the special capabilities of the tank, it is a hunter-killer, and it is able to scan the entire range or the entire field of any training or battlefield that we are on right now. So the M1A1 is pretty much, it doesn't have a computer system inside, to whereas if at A2, it has a hunter-killer system that can be able to divide the battlefield into 2 different sections. Yes, it does. The M1A1 and the M1A2 currently have some of the same specs, so whether you're on an M1A1 or M1A2, you are perfectly fine to be able to operate in the middle of a battlefield or training. The tank can hold up to 4 individuals inside of it.
I'm Mr. Davis. I'm out of Bravo Company 1st 214th. Behind me we have the CH-47 Fox. It's a Chinook. It is the premier cargo and transport helicopter for the U.S. military, and it's a lot of fun to fly. So yeah, we are the premier transport helicopter. I'm the pilot. The gentleman you see to my left here, Specialist Custer and Specialist Pichardo, they're the flight engineer and the crew chief, and they deal with all the events that take place here. So I'll go ahead and pass it to them. They can explain it.
Yeah, so for personnel, we can carry about 32 in the seats. But with a certain waiver, we're able to put the seats up and have 60 people that can clip into the floor. So we can hold a lot of personnel in here. And for armaments, we have 2 machine guns up here on the left and right. And then on the ramp, we can also fit a machine gun.
To explain the size, we can fit about one Humvee. It will drive up over here on the tracks, and as long as it fits, as long as it can get through the ramp area, and we can tie it down, we can fly it.
So yeah, as I stated before, Mr. Davis, one of the pilots, up front, we have 2 seats. We have a pilot and a pilot in command. We always fly that way with 2 pilots. So we have our cyclic. Our cyclic just controls the pitch and the yaw of the aircraft, and then our thrust controls the up and down. We have pedals as well to control the nose. And those are our primary instruments that we use when we fly the aircraft. But we do have a lot of screens up front. The screens give us some great information that relates to flying, our maps, air speeds, altitudes, different things like that. So we use those a lot as we go. This is not the latest version, so there is a newer one coming out. It can hold a little bit more fuel, and its max gross weight is a little higher than this one. We don't have those yet. I'm not sure if or when we're getting them, but I do know they are making some new ones. This is the Block 1 version. So this is so our max gross weight is 50,000 pounds, translates to about 23,000 kilos, and then we can hold about 6,500 pounds of fuel without an internal tank. So just the tanks we have right now, about 6,500 pounds of fuel.